Guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to do the best of the Odyssey putters for 2024. They've been an incredible range, and we're going to look at the top 3 models that have been in the marketplace. Remember, if you like our videos, please hit that subscribe button and tell all your golfing friends. So Odyssey have released it or played with 2 types of putters this year. So you've got the AI1 standard head and the AI1 milled. So they released a few models back in November time, and they released a few more head options in sort of February, March time. And then they added a few more, which I'll come on to later in the year. So what are the 2 models? Well, you've got the standard AI1 and you've got the milled head. Well, what's the main difference between the 2? Well, they've both got AI technology. So behind the head, they've got the AI1 imprint, if you like, that sits behind the face to help maximize consistency of roll. That's kind of the technology that they're going on to. Both are really cool. With the AI1, you can got the little window to see that technology behind there. And then you've got the milled, which is a completely different face. So the main thing you're going to notice in terms of playability, if you like, is the sound and the feel off of the face. That's the main difference, is what you're going to get from it. Both have got the Stroke Lab putter shaft in it, so a little bit different to the way they've done it before and had all the kind of graphics on the outside. It just looks like a stainless steel shaft now, but the technology is in there. So overall, it's a really neat range. They've done an incredible job. As with all things, putter heads and shapes are really subjective. So I'm going to try and pick out the best 3 models that I've seen sell through the stores, and also that we've maybe seen win a few times on tour as well. But before we do, they bought these 2 sort of heads, if you like, 2 designs out. They then went back to a real winner, and they bought out the Cruiser range. So that slightly longer shaft, counterbalance putter, Cruiser, just brilliant. This was in a model a few years ago that just sold tremendously well. It's having great success on tour as well. So look, we're going to head out to the putting green, and I'm going to head out there with my best 3 putters from the Odyssey range. So it's been a really successful season for Callaway. I mean, they've won a number of times on tour, and some of their putters this year have performed incredibly well. So I thought it'd be good to bring you out onto the putting green, have a putt with what I think we've sold more of, models we've sold more of, which one that you, the consumer, have maybe got more excited about, but also at the same time, which ones have won on tour. So number 3 is a trusty faithful. So it's the standard head AI1. It's the number 7S, so with the kink neck shaft in it. It's always, no matter what Callaway or Odyssey do with this putter range, whatever they do, the 7S is always going to be a very favoured putter. Looks good, line is fantastic on the top. I've brought out some triple tracks as well here, so let's pop one of those down. So I think with their ball technology as well, this sort of putter really helps. What I've noticed this year is how good that roll is. You definitely get this distinct feel off of the AI one. Very soft, a little bit like, I've said this before, a little bit like the old school white hot putter. Looks really good. I'll tell you what this does, this putter here, it bleeds a lot of confidence into your putting stroke. Not that you'd see by that, but you don't feel like you're going to miss a lot. You definitely don't feel like you're going to miss the strike too much, because the head's nice and big. It feeds with confidence. It's a traditional putter with not too much going on. Nice little set of alignments at the back on the fangs there to frame the golf ball, and a little like white line on top to help you line up your golf ball. So that's in our number 3. In number 2, I'm going to go with the one that Rob is actually playing, one of our ambassadors, which is the 11T. So this is the milled head, beautiful little head, really compact little head, similar to 7 in terms of the alignment aid. So you've got the 2 white lines, the track, if you like, which work with the triple track ball, works really nicely. The track frames the golf ball on the outer lines, and then you've got the middle line to really help you hit that putter, hit that ball in the middle. So let's hit a couple with these. You can hear, I don't know if you can pick that up on camera, but the difference between the milled, and I think why this one has been very successful, is because A, it's a neat, tidy shape, but at the same time, it gives you a very distinct feeling off the face, that nice click sound that maybe an old style stainless steel non-insert putter might give you. Still got the AI1 technology in it, which is fantastic. I think they've used a lot of feedback from Tour. You can hear that there, just rock that in. I personally prefer this, you know, if it's a personal preference, I think I would prefer the milled face. The disappointing with that is obviously it's the most expensive. So you can hear that click. I always feel like I've got a little bit more out of that. The ball's gonna roll a little bit further. And that's just something, I've never been a good putter if I play on either slow greens, which can't be helped sometimes, but also play with a putter that I feel like I have to hit, just mainly based on the feedback. So there's your number 2 putter from Odyssey this year, in my opinion. But number 1 was one that I mentioned earlier, and that is this thing. Jailbird has been insane. You'll have seen it on tour, a lot of players use it, Ricky used it as well. It's an incredible putter. It looks like a zebra, doesn't it? It's an incredible putter. So beautiful for alignment, square technology. You can line the ball up with the dots. You can get the ball and the face aligned with the lines at the back as well. But it's put the cruiser on it, right? So this putter a few years ago was just, we couldn't get enough of them. And I think that guy that really struggles around the greens, let's get these balls out of the hole. I'm going to putt through Chris's legs here. I think if you struggle with your putting, I think if you want a bit of confidence. Now I've got dug out for this, haven't I, in a video, the way I hold this. Remember that? I'm sort of looking at Chris, he's laughing. Don't overlap. What was I supposed to do? Left low against the arm? Don't think I can do that. Let's try the way I would putt with it. So left forward, let that just rock off the arm. Maybe I should putt like that, it was great. Again, slightly softer feel, so personal preference, not ideal for me because I don't like it's not my ideal choice of face and feel. But I tell you what, I don't think you could miss with this. The head is so big. Let's try left low. Left low. I am a big fan of the cruiser technology though, I really am, and Odyssey have done an incredible job to bring this back, and they've not only designed it well, built it well, but they've also marketed it incredibly well as well, which is always good, because it's all right having a product in the marketplace, but if no one knows about it, it's pretty useless, right? So I'm going to hit one more of those, but for me, the number 1 putter, and one of the reasons is I think they've sold out, number 1 putter from Odyssey so far this year, and we're only in June, is the Jailbird Cruiser. So there we go, guys. There's my top 3 Odyssey putters so far this year. Please don't get upset, Odyssey. I know you make some fantastic putters as well. You make some brilliant heads, but for me, these 3 are what we're seeing being sold in the shop, performing well, and a combination of what the guys are winning with on tour, or performing well with on tour. Remember, guys, I hope that was useful. If you like our videos, please hit that subscribe button and tell all your golfing friends.